Here we have a wing taken from a hen blackbird. Though not historically used in North Country wet fly dressings, the overcover hackles taken from a hen blackbird do make an exceptionally soft hackle for tying wet flies. These hen blackbird wings have a smoky brown coloration, with a lighter colour being more prominent within a juvenile bird. Principally, it is the primary and secondary wing feathers that are used in the forming of wing slips in the North Country dressings, and these delicate feathers have a wonderful transparent aspect to them. Though many modern fly tyers use mallard wings as a substitute for blackbird, these mallard wing fibres are too dense and lack the delicacy that is a distinguishing feature of the hen blackbird slips. Though easier to dress with, mallard wing slips simply lack the lifelike quality of hen blackbird wing slips, which is, after all, the impression we're trying to give to our flies. To my mind, the primary and secondary feathers taken from the wing of a snipe offer the best substitution for the delicacy of the hen blackbird, even though these don't have the rich, smoky brown coloration which is a characteristic of the hen blackbird wing slips. Often called the wood owl or brown owl in fly manuscripts, the incredibly soft overcovert feathers taken from a tawny owl's wing have for centuries been used in the dressing of the North Country's most distinctive flies. Rightfully now a protected species, the only real chance to dress North Country flies with the prescribed brown owl feathers is to either find a taxidermy specimen or the carcass from a roadkill. These mottled rufous brown coloured hackles from the lesser and medium overcoverts of the owl's wing are incredibly soft and superbly mobile on a finished fly, and it is these that are prescribed for the dressing of the famous pattern. Sadly, there is no tangible substitute for these beautifully soft mobile hackles. Primary and secondary feathers, though not utilised in traditional North Country fly dressings, do make superb wings for such patterns as the March Brown. Coot hackles are often mistakenly thought of as little more than a substitute for water hen. However, the use of coot hackles in fly dressing has a pedigree that dates back to the time of cotton. The doyen of Otley fly dressers, Timothy Thackeray, used coot overcoverts in his dressing of the dark watchet, and Michael THEAKSTON used a dark leady feather from a coot in his dressing of the black drake. Slightly lighter in colour than its cousin the water hen, coot overcovert hackles have a smokier tint to them than the olive-tinted water hen overcoverts. The undercovert hackles are also lighter than those found on the water hen. The overcovert hackles taken from the coot have a wonderful smoky sheen to them which gives them a quality all of their own. One of my favourite spider patterns is my own black coot, which uses these smoky overcoverts and regularly picks up its share of trout during the early weeks of the season. Corncrake or landrail feathers have a long association with fly dressing and feature in many manuscripts and publications. The undercovert hackles have a wonderful ginger sandy coloration and can be seen in many traditional soft hackle interpretations of caddisflies. Though many authorities suggest that a suitable substitution for these ginger coloured hackles can be found in using jay undercoverts, I personally find these hackles too bright and prefer to use the undercover and rump feathers taken from an American woodcock. The overcovert hackles taken from a corncrake, though less used soft-hackled North Country wet flies, nevertheless they have a striking combination of colours from ginger to a dark centre fringed with straw, much like a washed-out greenwell. A suitable alternative for these hackles can be found in a suitably coloured Brahma hen cape. The primary and secondary quills from a corncrake have also been used in the dressing of North Country flies, and these primary and secondary quills make lovely wing slips for both dry fly and wet flies, examples of which can be seen in William Sager's dressing of the Great Red Spinner. Though little written about, the overcover and rump feathers taken from a cuckoo have long been used in a small number of Wharfdale fly patterns. The overcover hackles which are used in Jonathan Pickard's dressing of the small blue blower have a lovely transparent bluish grey shading to them, and are similar in shade to the breast feathers taken from a water hen, itself a substitute hackle which was suggested by Sylvester Lister in his Wharfdale manuscript of 1898. As well as the overcovers, Wharfdale fly dressers also use the beautifully light barred feathers taken from a cuckoo's rump in their dressing of a pattern called the green sleeves. These are very similar to the more readily available woodcock breast hackles, which themselves make a suitable alternative. Hackles taken from the curlew are used very rarely in the soft hackle flies of northern England. However, one pattern found in Pritt's book gloriously bucks this miserly trend. This, of course, is a North Country pattern called the curlew, which was given to Pritt by his friend Harry Cadman. The fly uses overcover hackles taken from the curlew's wing, which have an ashen brown centre fringed with pale straw. The hackle fibres have somewhat of a stiff and sticky quality to them, which is probably why they were so little used in fly dressing. The call of the curlew is one of the Dale's most plaintive sounds, and it would be a great tragedy if these beautiful birds disappeared from our countryside. As such, a suitable alternative to these beautiful birds' overcoverts can be found in the breast and overcover hackles taken from a hen mallard, which offer the right combination of shades coupled with a softness that is not found in curlew hackles.